Hey everyone! Today I want to do my favorite male characters in books, so let's get started. You probably already know a lot of these, but I'm just going to repeat myself, and that's okay because I love these characters so much. So the first one is a pretty obvious one. It is Etienne St. Clair from Anna and the French Kiss. Now I love this character mostly because I can relate to him a lot. I mean, I'm not British, of course, and I never lived in France or anything, but I have had some of the things that he goes through happen to me, especially what happens in the middle of a book to one of his family members. I'm going to keep that vague if you haven't read it yet, but I can totally sympathize with him and at that point in the book, and I cried at that point because I felt the same way, and also because the family member that goes through that has the same name as the family member that I had go through that, so that made me cry even more. Like, I read that part, then I turned the page to the next chapter and cried even more when I learned what her name was, and it just crushed my heart, and I totally relate to him and love him, and oh my god, he's such an amazing character, and if I can relate to a character, that's gonna be one of the huge reasons why I love them, and why I love the book as a whole too. So, Etienne, he is amazing, he is hot, he is sexy, and I can relate to him and sympathize with him, and I just love him. Next is Alex from Perfect Chemistry. I have loved this book for so long. This was one of the first romance novels I read, and I almost didn't pick it up because of the cheesy cover, and also because I was kind of self-conscious. I didn't really want to have people see me reading a romance novel, and now I just don't give a shit. But I really loved Alex. I thought he had a beautiful story. He has a mother and, I believe, 2 brothers, and they're kind of living in the slums, kind of, and he really, really cares for them, and he tries his best to take care of them and keep them safe, and he also kind of puts on this facade, and I really, really loved his character, and I love his love for Brittany, and he's just so great. I think he was just one of the best male protagonist in any romance novel, along with St. Clair, of course, but I loved him. He was like my first romance crush, I guess you could say. Next is a recent crush of mine, and that is Dimitri from the Vampire Academy series. Again, the same reason I love St. Clair is why I love Dimitri, for actually 2 reasons. He's Russian, and I like Russian accents, and also because of what he goes through in his past, I can also relate to that, and that just is another thing. I mean, the same thing that I mentioned earlier. If I can relate to a character, I love them even more, and it just makes me feel like I have a connection to them, and I love Dimitri. He is so sweet, too. He is the sweetest guy in any paranormal romance I have come across, at least, except for the one I'm going to talk about next, and I love him so much. He's just absolutely amazing. And an honorable mention goes to, what's his name? Christian. I really like Christian in this book as well, but that's just an honorable mention. Dimitri is my first love of paranormal. Well, actually not my first, but it was one of them. And then we come to the other one who I loved even more before that, and that's Varen Nethers from Nevermore. Maybe it's just because he's dark and mysterious, and not because he's something, supernatural, but because he's just mysterious in general. He's a goth kid who is really kind of alone in the world, I guess, and I sympathize with him too. I know that feeling of being alone, and I love Varen. I can't even describe it. And I love his love of Poe. Oh my god. And just his snarky attitude too. Like, I don't remember what scene it was, but there's a scene where Isabel is like, kind of making snide remarks about Poe, and he just kind of, he basically makes a fool out of her, and I thought that was hilarious. Like, you don't know this story? Or I don't remember what it was. I need to reread it, but it was something funny that he did, and if a guy can make me laugh, I like him even more. So, I love Varen, and I can't wait for Enshadowed 1 more week from today. and then Shadowed will be out. Can you, like, even understand what I'm going through right now? Like, seriously? Oh, I want that book so bad. I'm going to save this one for last because you all know what it is anyway. The next one is Tony from Impulse. Oh my god. Oh my god, Tony. I think this is like the first gay character I've read about, maybe, and I absolutely loved him. He has such a painful past, and he, oh my god, I just love Tony, I can't describe it. He ends up almost killing himself through pills, an overdose, and he gets sent to it's not an asylum, I guess, it's like a hospital for kids who had tried to kill themselves, and I sympathize with him so much, so much, and I love him so much. Oh my god. And I think, wasn't there a scene where he was, I think it was in the cafeteria, where he, this is off memory, so I might be fuzzy, it might be wrong, but I think someone, like, calls him a derogatory remark about him, and I think he punches him out, and I love that scene, even though I don't agree with that, I don't agree with violence, but it's just, I sympathized with him, and I was like, yeah, kick his ass. But, you know, I love Tony. I think he's a great character, and I want to give him a hug. I just do. I want to give him a hug so bad. Next is Cricket Bell from Lola and the Boy Next Door. While I don't know if I can relate to Cricket as much as I can relate to Etienne, I still love this character, and I love this book so much. Mostly because he is so cute, and he has, like, a heart of frickin' gold. He is so sweet. Like, the present that he gives Lola, when he gave that to her, and oh my god, my heart was, like, up in the clouds, and just, oh my god. And plus, he's just cute. Look at him. Oh my god, isn't he cute? Oh my god. So, yeah, he's just amazing, and just such a sweetheart, and I like sweethearts. I like people that do something for other people, I guess, who are generous, and I just love him. And then the number one favorite boy in any novel I've ever read, and you all know what it is, I don't care, I'm going to repeat myself, Eric from With or Without You. I cannot even describe my love for this character, and I'm going to read this book again, because I want to relive my love for this character. Eric is, I believe, isn't he 20? I think he is. He's a little bit older than Evan, and he works at a hospital. He's a male nurse working with AIDS patients, and can I just say that that is like the most selfless, sweetest thing anyone can do with their life. Like, seriously? And also, he's just, oh my god, besides being the most selfless boy I've ever read about in any book, he cares so much for Evan, even though Evan is sort of struggling with his sexuality, or not really his sexuality, I guess, struggling with coming out, not coming out, I'm trying to describe it. He's struggling with letting his parents know that he has a boyfriend, and Eric is so patient and so accepting and loving for him, and I'm just like, oh. Plus, there's a really hot scene in the beginning of the book where they kiss after their graduation, and yeah, that was completely hot, and holy crap, oh my god, oh my god. I love this book, and I love Brian Ferry, and I love Eric, so yeah, amazing, I love them so much. I think those are all I'm going to talk about today. I have a ton of other favorites, but I just wanted to keep it to these few, so yeah. So let me know what some of your favorite male characters are in novels in the comments below, or any video responses you want to make. Whatever, I'd like to hear it. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys tomorrow.